wonderful and rich culture of our people. It also showcases the culture, heritage, and tradition of our people. This is a tale of a beautiful maiden whose glorious beauty lasts soon. It is a folklore of Maku Timphou. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful lady whose beauty enchanted many young men. In the days gone by, our people used to go to Monoi Monlo, the present Burma, to get salt for everyday use. And it was one fateful day that Timphou and her friends also followed others to get the salt. In a resting place where everyone stayed, one gentleman who belongs to Fain village near Imun Karshang also came and saw her. It was all love at first sight. Seeing her, he could not for a second move away from her beauty. The passionate love of the faint gentleman is soon to be caught by her brother Mahaso, who was with her, and asked the gentle lad if he liked his sister so much. The man said yes. Seeing the true love for his sister, he demanded some tasks to do. First, he demands him to tie all the strong rope around the pillars of the house. The groom's family, out of the demand, did all that and fulfills the task. The second demand was to lay every gong available on the floor. This also they did fulfill. The final demand was to fill the ceiling of the house with sickles and mini spades, and these two the family did. It was a big task, yet the man's family could fulfill all. It was now a time for Maku Timphou to get ready for the marriage. But very soon, the marriage was disturbed by her friends who were jealous of her. One of them said, "You will be gone to a place where no cock crows. You must cancel the wedding." The second lady said, "It's a place where not a single cow holes. How could we visit you and let you stay there?" She gazed at them every time they come in. The final friend told her that the village to which she is going was too silent and no one dares to leave. After hearing all these tempted words and so many negative words about the groom's village, it made her to think again whether to go or not. Then she came with an idea to postpone the wedding if possible. She then demanded 4 requests to the groom's family. First, she told him that she would marry only he could sharpen the pistol available in the village. This they did for they love her so much. Her second demand was if only the thatch blooms, then she would marry. Then they burned all the thatch just to lay the new bloom, and it did fulfill. Her third demand was to sharpen all the broomsticks. These two they did and wait for her to come. Her final demand was almost impossible, as she asked to lay the stone bloom, but these two they did. The inescapable fulfilled demand led her to depart. With tears and regret, she thus went to the land of Fain. family, friends, and others accompany her. On their way, they rested beside a stream, and thus she went down to quench her thirst. It was Chinamchot in local dialect. She grieves to her regret and curses herself with these words. Chinamchot di tangairo, luloro karsan piro, tingloro karsan piro, which means, oh, the stream spirit, take away my lungs and take away my intestines, for regrets her decision to marry the fine gentleman. Spelling these words to the spirit of the Chinamchot, she thus guards herself and uses a typical plant leaf called nakarna in local dialect to face the water. While she drinks from the leaf, her blood flows from her nose and rains down the stream. Legend says that the reason why there is a red drop when we pluck the nakarna leaf is because of the Maku Timphou's curse. And so for the local people, it is a taboo to drink water from this leaf. After crossing the stream, when they almost reached the village, lo, they heard the beating of the drums and merrymaking awaited by the groom's family. The village was never the same as she imagined. It was a beautiful village filled with great people. The groom's house was so big that a person could not hear the drum beat from the other end of the house, and to her surprise too, the groom happens to be the chief's son. She regretted for underestimating the village, but nothing can change now. She prayed to the spirit of Chinamchot, but it was too late. After some days, she began to fall sick. The spell made her suffer from the sickness. Her father-in-law took care of her with many medicinal herbs, but all in vain. She was also taken to shaman for removing the spells, but all were in vain. Just to make her happy, the father-in-law consoled her, saying that she will be healed. However, within few days she died. The spell did win. On her funeral day, when some men went to get the soul for the funeral, the ashes from the torch fall on the tates and burn all the souls, and so did with the house. The event of the good house is still remembered as a reason for Maku Timphou to be called Timphou, which means that cease to exist. This is a folklore with tragedy and has been told from generation to generation, and it is never bored to retell the beautiful folklore that we have. Thank you all.